Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between two towering mountains, lived an old man named Yugong. The mountains, named Tai Shan and Wang Wu, were so high that they touched the sky, and so wide that they seemed to stretch on forever. The villagers often complained about the mountains, for they blocked the sunlight and made it difficult for them to travel to the other side. Yugong, a kind and determined man, had a vision. He dreamed of a world where his grandchildren could play in the sun, where crops could grow tall and strong, and where the village could prosper. He decided that he would do something about the mountains. One day, he gathered his family and shared his plan. "We will dig, and dig until we move these mountains," he declared. His family, though loving and supportive, thought he was a bit crazy. "Father," said his eldest son, "the mountains are too big. It's impossible for us to move them." But Yugong was not deterred. "If we work together, generation after generation, we can make a difference," he insisted. And so, with shovels and pickaxes, the family began their monumental task. News of their efforts spread throughout the land. Some people laughed, calling Yugong a foolish old man. Others, like the wise old man called Ju Su, tried to reason with him. "Yugong, you are wasting your time and energy," Ju Su said. "The mountains are too vast, and you are but a mortal man." Yugong smiled and replied, "Perhaps I won't see the end of this task, but my children and their children will. We will keep digging, and one day, the sun will shine on our land." As the years passed, Yugong's family continued their work. They dug and carried away the earth, never giving up. The villagers, initially skeptical, began to admire their determination and joined in. The children, who had grown up hearing the stories of Yugong's vision, were especially eager to help. One day, when Yugong was very old, he sat on a rock, watching the progress they had made. The mountains were not as tall as before, and the sun reached more of the village. He knew he wouldn't live to see the mountains gone, but he was content. Then, something miraculous happened. The gods, moved by Yugong's perseverance, sent two powerful sons, the Xiang Liang brothers, to help. With their incredible strength, they lifted the mountains and carried them away to the sea. The villagers, awestruck by the divine intervention, celebrated with joy. The sun shone brightly on their land, and the fields were filled with the promise of a bountiful harvest. Yugong, though weak, smiled as he watched the transformation. His dream had come true, and his legacy would live on. And so, the story of Yugong and the two mountains became a tale passed down through generations. It taught children that with determination, hard work, and a little help from the heavens, anything is possible. As the sun set and the stars began to twinkle, the children of the village would gather around their elders, listening to the story of Yugong. It was a reminder that even the smallest among them could dream big and achieve great things. And with that thought, they would drift off to sleep, dreaming of their own adventures and the mountains they would one day move.